guys, so today I am going to be showing you how to make a fleece tie no-sew blanket from scratch. So this weekend is Mother's Day. It is officially my very first Mother's Day. So I figured I can make my mom a fleece blanket. I know I love the one that I got for my baby shower. A good friend of mine's, I used to work with her, she made it for my baby shower. My mom loves it. She talked about how much she loved it, and I just figured it would be a good idea to make her one. So I am going to show you guys how to make it, and here are the materials you're gonna need. A ruler or tape measure, one pair of very sharp scissors. If they aren't that sharp, don't make a big deal out of it. Just good scissors that cut. One fleece blanket, preferably a solid color, and then one pattern fleece blanket. You can choose however you'd like to do, but my mom's favorite color is brown, so I went with brown and green. She likes the color green too, so I'm using an all solid brown and a pattern green and brown floral. And those are the only things you need. Oh, I got 2 yards of this one, 2 yards and 2 yards, which is equivalent to 6 feet. I wanted mine to be pretty big, so I think that depending on the material that you pick, it'll range in price. And I got these from Joann's. I got this from Walmart for $9, and the scissors I already had here, but on this fabric I didn't spend any more than $20 on 2 yards of fabric, and I think that's a great deal. Let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is cut off, if the place where you got the fabric from didn't cut off the extra fabric, you're going to want to cut it off as straight as you can. So that's what I'm going to do now. As you can see, we had to change location because if you noticed earlier, the tape I was using was circular. That is just not going to work. You're going to have to use something that's square and long and room equipped. Lots of room. You're going to need lots of room. So I'm actually in my parents' room, and if you look at this, the bed all over, there's plenty of room for the entire blanket. Like me? So hopefully my mom doesn't walk in and catch us, because it'll totally ruin the surprise. But that's just my dad. Anyway.
Y'all in my damn room with y'all studio.
So here we go. Okay, so now that the fabric is trimmed on all 4 sides, there's a huge discrepancy in the difference of the width of the fabric, as you can see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trim it to make it even on all sides. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So this is what it's going to look like once all the sides are even. Take your time though, because it's really easy to make a crooked line, and you wouldn't want that on your blanket. So once all the sides are cut evenly, next you're going to do is cut a 4x4 on all 4 corners. And by 4x4, that basically means 4 inches by 4 inches. So I'm going to take my good old measuring unit here and measure 4 inches by 4 inches, and that will give me my square. I'm going to take pins because I think that it'll be easier to keep my mark. I've seen some people use laundry clips, like I forgot what they're called, the laundry mat, the kind that you hang your clothes up with. But I personally have a dryer, so I don't need those. I don't have any of them, so I'm going to go ahead and just use these, and they work just as fine. So we're going to do that on all 4 corners. As you can see, all 4 corners are cut 4 by 4 evenly. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is cut the flanges. This is where it might get a little bit tricky, but this is where your patience must weigh in. So what you're going to do is cut 4-inch intervals at 1 inch wide. If you come take a closer look, this is what I mean. I don't have sturdy hands, so I'm gonna lay out my board. You can use a measuring tape, a ruler, anything at all, but I recommend this just because it's sturdy. But if you can see, the lines are already marked for you. I don't feel comfortable cutting it one at a time, so I'm going to use my pins and just mark it at 1 inch intervals. I've already set the board at 4 inches, and remember, you cut the square, so you can use that as a marker. You see, that is 4 inches exactly. 4 inches exactly, so it's perfect. Like I said, I don't have sturdy hands, so this is just my method. If you're comfortable with scissors, feel free to cut, but for myself, I'm going to go ahead and place these pins on all the way on one side. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to do the whole cover because things can get a little bit conflicting and confusing. So I'm going to just go ahead and do, how many inches is this? 23? So I'll do 23 inches and then I'll start over and then I'll start cutting. So as you see here, I have all the pins lined up all the way across the length of the board. Given if your board is longer, feel free to go as long as you want to. But this is more than enough for me to start right now, just to make sure I'm in the groove of things and everything is perfect. So I'm going to start cutting my 1 inch wide, 14 inch long flanges. One thing I did forget to mention, if you're right-handed, cut the way that you read from left to right, because it'll be a lot easier. I was just trying to cut from left. I was trying to cut from right to left, and the pieces were coming out crooked, and I couldn't understand why. So when I tried the opposite way, they came out straight. Look at this. So if you're right-handed, cut going this way, to the right. If you're left-handed, cut going to the left. Alright. That's good. Okay. As you can see, everything is tied. Everything is cut on all 4 sides of the blanket. So at this point, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and tie them. Double tie them. This is how you tie them together. What you're going to want to do is come closer so you can see really good. What you're going to want to do is, tie them together in a double knot. As you see, I've done this one already. So move along to the next one. Tie it once, then tie it again. No tricks, no nothing special. It's just basically exactly what it is. It's a knot. So you're going to go around and tie your standard knot around all of them. Be careful not to pull them too tight like I just did this one, because it'll ruin the fabric, or it'll bunch up the fabric, and that's not what you want. So tie a knot, but make sure you tie it tight enough so that they're not coming loose right away. Keep recording. Okay guys, this is my finished blanket. This side and this side. It is extremely soft. I love it. I'm going to get my mom's name with a personal message to her engraved in here for Mother's Day, so she knows how much I love her. But this is how big it is. I can fold it in half. I can fold it in, but this is my finished product, and I'm very proud of it. It was very time consuming, so make sure you have patience. But mommy duty calls, so that is a wrap on this video. Say bye, Kaylee. Kaylee, say bye. Say bye. Say bye. Yay. Bye.